It's everything. And then last on this 2012 election, breathtaking comments from Mitt Romney. He was asked about his income, and his income keeps coming up, and he's finally going to release his tax returns, and he pays around 15%. He told us that much, and he's in one of the richest people in the country, I think in the 3,500 richest people in the United States. And he said, you know, I made a little bit of money last year from speaking fees, but it was, quote, not very much. Now, if someone says that to you, what do you think that means? What amount of money is that? If you spoke a little bit part-time, you didn't make very much, so it's not an important thing.
I don't know, maybe like 10 grand, 20 grand.
Right, $362,000 in speaking fees, which to Mitt Romney is not very much.
Right, exactly.
He's unemployed just like us. He did a little work on the side. He just did a couple speaking gigs, $362,000. That's it.
So yeah, he was telling the truth.
Well,
he's just really out of touch with reality.
He's completely out of touch, right? I mean, if you, and what's amazing also is that, first of all, his $362,000 in speaking fees, it's a period during which he was unemployed. So even if we are to believe, right, it was a complete ruse when he went and said, hey, I'm unemployed. I understand about the plight of the unemployed people. If we believe that it wasn't a complete ruse, most unemployed people don't make $362,000 on the side doing a part-time gig, right? If you go and paint a house, you don't make $362,000. Not any house I've ever seen.
Right.
The other thing is, of course,
actually, if it were Mitt Romney's house, you might.
Actually, the one house that might net you $362,000 for painting would be Mitt Romney's own house.
Right.
Maybe that's where he actually got the numbers.
Could be.
But of course, when we have a per capita income of something around $40,000, I think it's a mean income of $29,000 at last check, when he's making more than 10 times that on the side by doing a little speaking, you're probably out of touch. I think it would be a good question to say to Mitt Romney, and maybe he's been fed this information in case it comes up. What does a gallon of milk cost? What do you think? I mean, just ballpark. What do you think a gallon of milk costs, Mitt? And just get a sense from him of how out of touch he might be. What's a car cost? Like, what's the average car in the United States, or the average house? What do you think the average house costs?
He could probably tell you what a Rolls Royce or a Bentley costs.
I don't even know that he knows. We'll take a break, but I want to tell you what's going to be on the bonus show. The TSA apparently detained Rand Paul, although they're denying having detained Rand Paul. A priest was busted with his pants down in a porn store. Lewis isn't at all surprised. And also, we'll talk about a Star Wars fan film that's bringing up a lot of copyright issues. The free hoodie special, not free, the hoodie package special is up at davidpakman.com/hoodie. Check it out.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.